Alright, in this video I'm going to speak to you about my experiences with the nootropics, control tablets, tablets of medicine or, supplements that you take to have better focus. You're trying to be sharp. There are various names for it, Adderall and whatever. You can Google search nootropics. Okay, so I'll be giving you my experiences with them, including stuff that I've played around with. But I'm giving you a disclaimer because YouTube requires me to do so. And it's common sense. Please do not experiment with your body without taking legal, professional and advice from someone who's certified to do so. And remember, don't play with your body. The risks are great and sometimes can be irreversible. Okay? So if you're going to do something, it's totally your responsibility, not mine. So I'm making it very clear. I'm just going to share with you my experimentation, and especially with ADHD and, given that I've had this history. Okay. So right from a very young age, I've always had this fascination to be at peak performance, to figure out how can I achieve peak performance, whether it was memory techniques for studying, whether it was, steroids and bodybuilding, whether it was experimenting with the EPO to increase red blood cells and improve your stamina, or being able to push heavy weights, being able to get a ripped body, control your appetite, and nootropics and SARMs, which I've tried, SARMS, whereby I've experimented to see, can I think sharper? Can I focus on a task more? Does it help me achieve peak performance in terms of, being able to focus on something without being distracted? And then, yes, control tablets, whereby, see, if you have ADHD, you can't sit quietly in one place. You're always fidgety, you're always looking at 100 different things. When you sit down to study, then you feel hungry, then you feel thirsty, then you feel you want to go to the toilet, then you feel like, oh, this is not there, that is not there. Then you start thinking about something, your brain starts wandering. Everything else except the task at hand. So I've always tried to figure out how I can hack into my own body and achieve results. And the problem was, those days, there was no literature, there was only magazines. You couldn't ask anyone, chat with anyone. There was no internet, there was no Google, there's no social media. So I experimented with all of these, and I'll not specifically tell you which one did I use at what dosage or how much, but did they achieve results? 100%. If you take something that is pharmaceutical grade, because remember, there are a lot of fake products in the market. Any steroid, any nootropic, any, whether it's creatine or whether it's glutamine or whether it is vitamin tablets, everything, there are fakes in the market. Okay, even steroids for that matter. So you can either take pharmaceutical grade, which is certified from the supplier. Even this drug, which is Ozempic or whatever, for diabetic people are using to lose weight. There are so many fakes floating in the market that look almost like the pen. No, it's a pen. You have to jab it and put it beneath your skin. It's called epidermis, or I don't know what it's called. So you jab it under your skin. Even these, such high-tech, this thing is also fake. So you have to be careful. So if you are able to get your hands on something that is original, you will see results. Now, bad or good, that depends on how your body handles. But if you have done enough research and you have proper guidance, you will achieve the results you're looking for. Like, for example, nootropics. If you take it, it makes your mind, sharper, or whatever they advertise. You can work for long hours without feeling sleepy, like a caffeine tablet, like, drinking coffee. If you take EPO, what Lance Armstrong took. You can do exercise for hours and hours and hours and hours. It's not immediately. It takes time for the body to show the results. If you take steroids for lifting heavy weights like a power lifter, it makes your joints filled with water. There's a lot of water that is stored, so you can push more weights. If you take the cutting steroids for getting shredded, you lose water. But remember, yes, you do achieve results, but then the body will have to go back to normal. Because if this was normal, you have pushed it to a new level, so it is there, but then the body drags it down and says, listen, this is not our normal levels. Okay, so it always pulls it down. So then that's why people take a dosage and then they stop. They allow the body to come back to normal, and then they give a dosage again. That is why you only drink coffee when it's required. You don't keep drinking coffee. You'll go mad. But now the problem is human beings, everybody, all human beings, they like to abuse the system. Bodybuilders think, if I can lift 100 kilo, if I take more, I can lift 120. And if I take more, 150. I'll keep taking more. The problem with this is, again, the simple analogy, your body was here, you pushed it high up, then you wanted more again, you pushed it more up, then you pushed it more up. Now the body will work very hard, very, very hard to bring it back to normal. But the problem is the normal will be now at a new lower level. What do I mean by that? I'll give a simple example. Let's say your body was at 100. It was producing testosterone at 100. And you wanted to see results. So you took steroids or whatever and pushed it to 120. Okay. So now the body will be like, hey man, we are supposed to manufacture 100, but we are manufacturing 120. We need to bring it down. So it will start counter attacking to bring the balance to 100. Okay. But now if you continue at 120 for a long time, the body will say, listen, I think guys, we need to really bring down the testosterone. So from it is 120, let's bring it down a notch by 20. So before your normal was 100, now it will come down to 80. Okay. So it was 100, you pushed it to 120, kept it there for a long time. The body said, no, we have to bring it down to 100. It brought it to 100, but then obviously you stopped taking the steroids after some time, so it came down to 80. Now 80 becomes the new norm as you become older. Now from 80, if you want to push it to 120, 80 to 100, 100 to 120. So now you have to take double the dose. Once again, you take double the dose. Once again, the body will say, hey, sheesh, man, we are at 120. We need to bring it down to 100. So let's reduce even more testosterone. So before it was 100, you brought it to 80. Now it will come to 60. Like this, if you keep abusing the body day in and day out, or the mind, very soon the body's natural mechanism will come down to zero. This is exactly what happens with all professional bodybuilders. You can Google search whoever is your favorite bodybuilder. You'll notice that they will tell you very honestly, my testosterone was at zero. That is why so many of them who are mass monsters, they become super skinny, or in some cases they become super bloated because they have abused the body so badly. The body cannot correct itself anymore. So same thing what you do with your body, if you do with your mind. Nootropics target the brain. Okay, these control tablets that you take for ADHD, being hyper, they control the brain. So if you take this, yes, it'll give you the required result, but then the body wants to bring it back to normal. So it will use countermeasures, and then the new normal will be even worse. And that is why you'll have to take a stronger dosage. And that brings me to the next point, which is the most important point, is once you get used to it, you get hooked onto it. It becomes a habit, it becomes an addiction from a habit. Simple. Ask anyone who's smoking, can they quit smoking? Can they quit alcohol? Can they quit sex? They can't, because they have been using external stimuli to give themselves pleasure. So now the body has been used to it so much, they've increased the dose. So when a guy starts, he starts with 1 cigarette. Very soon goes to 2, then 3, then 4. One day it becomes 1 pack cigarette, then becomes 2 packs. Very soon the person cannot survive with less than 2 or less than 4 packs. Same with alcohol. Before, when you drink 1 small sip, you'll get high. But ask someone who has been drinking alcohol for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. 1 pack, nothing. He will have to drink maybe 1 whole bottle, only then he'll get high. Or he'll have to mix all the drinks to get the same high. Because the body now has resistance, So in the same way, just as being, addicted to, an external substance is not good. Be it coffee, tea, sugar, carbs, food, fast foods or junk food, anything, even carbohydrates, anything, or processed food, anything. It's not good. And then food is one addiction. Next one comes the tablets, the supplements. And then the damage is permanent. And remember this, pharmaceutical companies, they only make money if you buy their products. So they have more benefit if you're sick. They don't benefit by you being well. Tell me, if a doctor knows that you're healthy, will you come to him for consultation? No, we only go to a doctor when we are sick, correct? We don't go to a doctor when you are well. So the doctor loses business. So you think the pharmaceutical companies want your health to be okay, so you don't buy any of their medicines? No. What do you think these influencers and bodybuilding supplements and all? They will give you all big promises and bullshit. And take any supplement, and I want you to read the fine print. Outside they will say 10,000% testosterone boost or 200% unleash the animal. Oh, see the incredible results. That is in the front. Turn the box. Look at the fine print. There, all bodybuilding supplements will have a clause stating these statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. FDA's Food Drug Administration. And keep this in mind. Any company in the world can start manufacturing bodybuilding pills, powder. On YouTube, you can see so many of them. They go to Mexico, they go to India, they go to Africa. They will give you even glucose. Anything they will put in the tablets and all, and put a nice fancy sticker and say, this is XYZ product, it will give you XYZ results. And remember, most of the people who show their photographs, it's done by, nowadays we know AI is there. People used to do it via Photoshop, lighting and, it's just about, one photograph you leave your stomach loose, next photograph you tighten your body, adjust the lighting, a little bit of Photoshop, you'll show that you're chiseled. And they'll claim 6 weeks later. And best part is, they'll only claim that because of this medicine or this supplement. They'll not tell you that they're taking steroids. How many bodybuilders, fitness gurus and all that, they take. But they'll not tell you, because if they tell you the truth, who will come to them for advice? And the worst part is social media or YouTube and all that. If you tell the truth about what you're taking or not taking, they will completely shut down your channel. So the problem is, there is, they keep it hidden. And that is why all this is being done, in, like they say, in the dark web. And the problem is, with that, you get a lot of bad advice. So where nootropics and control tablets are concerned for your mood swings or altering your personality or controlling your mind, the original authenticated legit stuff works. But remember, once you take it, the dose will not remain effective forever. The medicine will wear out, and then you will be like, oh shish, I miss that dose. Like, you want to have your coffee again, you want to have your tea again, you want to have the smoke again. I want to have that high again. So then you'll go back, take one more dosage. And very soon, if your body adapts to it, then it's not about achieving peak performance. Rather, it is you being dependent on it. I have realized the hard way that, you need to figure out a way how to master your own body and mind. It is harder. It's a more difficult journey. You will need guidance, you'll need mentorship, you'll need, trial and error. But it'll not have shortcuts. But it's the best and most healthiest format. I've tried everything from meditation to sleeping to self-hypnosis to NLP, pseudoscience, tapping, so many things over the past, 25, 30 years. Eventually, I've realized it's best to go natural. It's a very unpopular idea, but it's best to go natural. Why? Because, yes, when you're young, all this will help you. But as you grow old, man, it's going to backfire. So whether it is you're taking Botox injections or surgery or implants or even my own surgery, the bariatric surgery, don't think there are no drawbacks to it. Oh, plenty of drawbacks. And I've already spoken about them. Yes, weight loss was a great help. Being able to control and curb my appetite was a great help. The dumping syndrome where I cannot eat carbs or anything sugary too fast, that also helps. But on the other side, I have to have vitamins and minerals throughout my life. My body is aging rapidly and it's very sensitive. It's no longer as it used to be. But that's, the better of two evils. So overall, what I want to tell you is, just be careful what you're going to do with your body and mind. If you're going to do it for one project or just one small little competition or whatever, whether it's bodybuilding or marathon running or triathlon or swimming or whatever it is you're doing, if you're doing for short term, fine. There'll be a short term price you'll pay for it. But if you make it long term and you go ahead with it, and you have to show sustained performance. Like, let's say, for example, you got a job whereby you're showing incredible focus and you're only able to attain that by taking these tablets or whatever. And then you have to keep taking them because you've set a new benchmark. And if you don't achieve that benchmark, you lose your job. Then you're stuck, right? And the day you stop, finish, you might think, and here's one more thing people don't think about. Your body, as it grows older, it cannot maintain the same performance physically. Mentally, maybe you will feel, I'm still active, I'm still sharp, I don't feel mentally, mentally you can, sun, moon and stars. Physically, no? That is where you'll pay the price. So just be careful of this, be aware of this. Because sometimes some of you ask me, okay, what about this tablet, that tablet? See, you go to a doctor, the doctor has to focus on his revenue. He can't give you a natural solution which will work. Because if he does, you don't need him. Which healthy person goes to a doctor for advice? So, prescription, tablets. He sells tablets, he makes money. He gets rid of his stock. The company gives him more. Okay, take these 10 tablets, take these 2 packets free. Sell this, you achieve this quota, we'll give you more promotion, better pricing. That's business, man. I know because I have friends who are doctors. That is how they make their money. Whether it's a pharmaceutical company or a doctor, everyone is running a business. And finally, the last thing which I want to tell you is, okay, you want to experiment with your body, go ahead. But the price also, you'll have to pay for it. And most probably, you'll not know the price for it right now. You'll come to know about it later on. Much later on. Okay, if you just take one tablet or one multivitamin, nothing is going to happen. But if you take for a couple of months and years, and then yes, there is a price to pay. So anyway, like I said, please consult a professional, someone who can guide you on all this, because I experimented with nootropics, steroids, SARMs, supplements, name it, control tablets. Yes, they do achieve the results that you're looking for. That is provided you get pharmaceutical grade stuff. But there is a price to pay. They say side effects. And yes, be very, very careful, because there are plenty of fake stuff floating in the market, which ends up in you getting little bit results but more harm. Be careful, because this body is all you have. This mind is all you have. And also, this I've never stated, I ended up nearly hospitalized twice. I'll not tell you what I experimented with, but twice I ended up hospitalized. Nearly costing me my life. Yeah. So that's why I realized, don't. Anyway, today I prefer going natural. Much better. Anyway, let me know what you think. And if you want my opinion on anything, you can comment down below. But, even though I have a group which is dedicated to, steroids and bodybuilding and supplements and all that, end of the day, I tell people, listen, remember, you're asking WhatsApp people who are strangers for advice. Advice is free, floating in the market. Better to take someone who is professional and who can guide you. Okay? A certified, legit, known person who's your well-wisher. All right, that's all I want to leave you with. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly, feel free. This is me signing off. You guys take care. Ciao.